Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. And we welcome a lady who has played with almost everybody. Don Pullen, George Benson, Jackie McLean, Albie Shaw, Lenny Kravitz. She's a drummer, Cindy Blackman, ladies and gentlemen.
I was luckily befriended by Art Blakey and Elvin Jones and Arthur Taylor, Roy Haynes, and people of that ilk. So I was able to then not only learn a lot from watching them on the bandstand, but also to watch them off the bandstand to see how they handled themselves in musical and non-musical situations, how they led their bands, how they dealt with their band members, how they dealt with the audience. And so it was, I would say, that the best school that I was able to attend was being in New York. And for a drummer, if you look at the swing era and the big band era, the drummers were basically the timekeepers in the back. And maybe they'd get a fill here or there, but basically they were keeping time, and playing the bass drums very heavily on all four beats to keep the band together, in those kind of configurations. But as time progressed and as music changed, and every time there's a change in music, there is also a major innovation rhythmically within the drums. And jazz is music that is heart, and your heart evolves and changes. So that the music that you're playing, that you're hearing changes. It's part intellect, and your mind evolves if you're using it. And so there is an involvement there. It's part street, so it's how we live every day, and all those elements that we deal with on a daily basis. What you ate this morning for breakfast, who you saw at breakfast, the conversation that you had, whether it was cold out or whether you felt good, or whether you had a bad dream or a great dream, or all those things. The way you live, they're all elements that we can put into the music if we allow ourselves to be a channel for them. And for me, as I said, jazz is a music that deals with life, and so it's not a music that is static. Some musics are. Some musics are the exact same thing every time you play them. If you listen to a classical piece, any classical piece, no matter how great that classical piece is, and I'm talking about European classical music, no matter how great the piece is, it's going to be the same way every time. If you play a piece by Ravel, or Stravinsky, or Bach, or Mendel, or any of these great composers, as great as that music is, it's the same every time. It's not up for interpretation. You have to have a high level of skill in order to read it and in order to perform it. So, it's a very honorable music because it takes a lot of musical prowess to be able to perform these works. However, it never changes. If you look at a Charlie Parker solo, and you just take 16 bars or 32 bars or 12-bar blues, and you listen to a solo that he's performed, and even if it's the same song, if he played it 10 times in a row, you're going to have 10 different versions of that. And they're all because of his level, because his level was so high. Each of those 10 versions is going to be a masterpiece. Within certain bounds, I want the music to grow and take on different shapes. And if you're playing again, take the same song analogy, or you're playing the same repertoire, there are going to be similarities in the version today and the version tonight, and the version tomorrow, and the version next week, and the version next year. However, if the music wants to breathe and to come different shapes, I want to be an open enough mind to let it. So that's what I expect of the music, and I'm speaking of the music from not an amateurish level, but from, as I said, a level of excellence, which means that certain things are going to be in place anyway. Rhythm is going to be in place. melody when you play, harmony when you play. It's what you do and how you shape those things that you have. You know? Once you get to a certain comfortability with the music, and a comfortable place with musicians that you're playing with, the rest becomes again a plateau of form with which to create, you know, a song or any kind of piece is a vehicle. It's a vehicle by which to create. It's a vehicle just like each of the shoes that we wear. You know, I might wear sneakers today or another pair of shoes tomorrow, or maybe I'm driving this car or walking, or, you know, it's a different vehicle. You know, so we just use each of these vehicles to say different things. And so that's what I like to do. I like to have certain elements in place, and then beyond that, let the music be shaped by our creativity.